We're live from Southern California this evening as Orange County SC play host to Tulsa Roughnecks in match day 2 of the USL Championship 2019 campaign. A year ago, these two teams finished at either end of the USL Western Conference table. Orange County top going to the Western Conference Finals, and Tulsa Roughnecks finishing bottom. But both these teams start 2019 with a draw on match day 1 as we now take a look into this matchup. Chris Whittingham alongside Chris Nurse for commentary of this one. And a week ago, it was Orange County who had to claw back a result against Reno 1868. There you see Brian Brown opening the scoring for Reno, but Michael Seaton and Aiden Quinn get the goals after going 2-0 down, showing that resolution to come back and crawl back and get that point.
Yeah, Quinn, a very, very important player for this team. However, they'll be without Seaton tonight, who is not going to be in the lineup despite scoring a very calm, collective finish last weekend.
Yeah, you look at Aiden Quinn there, played in 37 matches, 12 goals, 15 assists. In terms of a combined number, only Emmanuel Ledesma was in and around his territory, and his teammate Thomas Enevoldsen. Christian Duke not in the 18 this evening, and as you said, Michael Seaton not either, but another 15-goal scorer. Orange County supplied plenty of goals a year ago. They do lose Thomas Enevoldsen, but bring back 14 players, a pretty high figure in the context of the USL Championship. We now move to the visitors this evening, and that is Tulsa Roughnecks, finishing bottom of the table a year ago, but start on match day 1 with a draw against Portland Timbers 2. There you see Christian Altamirano with the goal, but Portland Timbers 2 getting that equalizer. Tulsa Roughnecks, though, a solid point to start the campaign.
Yeah, a very solid point. You know, they have some very talented players in their team. Manny Gonzalez in the midfield, Milan Roberts at the back. And obviously, we've just seen Altamirano there with a fantastic goal, cutting in from the right side and cutting into the corner with his left foot.
And we'll see if the Honduran can supply some more magic this evening. It is Orange County SC who get their home campaign started tonight, and it's home with Tulsa Roughnecks, and it's next in the USL Championship.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
New Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade. The perfect blend of real ginger taste with a splash of real juice. Are you ready to taste Nirvana?
Hey, honey! Do we want to taste Nirvana?
Yeah, sure.
How long have you been sitting in my yard?
Since Tuesday. Try New Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade.
Just like that! Goal! Orange County! Oh, it's a world-class goal from Orange County!
Orange County and Tulsa Roughnecks, the game this evening at the Champions Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California. Chris Whittingham, Chris Nurse on commentary of this one. Orange County being put through their paces before we get this one underway. As we now take you through our starting 11 tonight. First, for the hosts, Orange County SC, and they're presented by Adidas. Just the two changes coming in for Orange County. The new signing, Hugo Arellano, will come in. A bit unsure of where he will play, but we list him for now as a right back. Also coming into the team, Darwin Jones will lead the line in for Michael Seaton.
Yeah, Arellano is a huge addition to the squad, you know, a player with US national team under 20 experience. You know, he's signed with MLS team, LA Galaxy. He's going to add a lot to the squad in terms of quality going into this game.
And you mentioned MLS. Leonardo on the bench comes from Houston Dynamo, a full signing for Orange County. And Arellano, as you mentioned, on loan from LA Galaxy. Meanwhile, for the visitors, Tulsa Roughnecks, a couple of changes for them as well. In it right back, it'll be Luca Lobo, the 21-year-old Brazilian, will deputize at that right back position, the youth player at Botafogo, and coming in as well on that left-hand side, it'll be AJ Ajekwa, who will come on, the 26-year-old, and play that left wing position.
Yeah, Ajekwa, you know, we saw a lot of him last season. He's a threatening winger, lots of pace. Interesting one is Lobo, you know, he comes with a very high pedigree, having come from Botafogo, one of the top clubs in Brazil. Interesting to see the impact they can have on his team this evening.
Yeah, and it is Altamirano who scores the goal last week. As now take a look at our player to watch this evening. It is presented by Pro Sport, and it is Aiden Quinn. There you see him getting the team organized. He is a key figure in the center of the park.
Yeah, very important figure in this team. 12 goals last season and 15 assists. So as much as creating opportunities for other players in the team, he also gets himself on the score sheet very often. He's a huge player in the offense for this team.
Yeah, 12 goals and 15 assists a year ago. Also, their taker from the penalty spot as well. He'll be an influential figure this evening as we are just about set and ready to go. And we are underway. Orange County SC, who finished top of the Western Conference a year ago, get all the way to the conference finals before losing to Didier Drogba's Phoenix Rising. Start 2019 at home at the Champions Soccer Stadium. Get a draw a weekend ago against Reno 1868. Fantastic 2-0 comeback. Goals from Michael Seaton and Aiden Quinn from the penalty spot. And now they'll try and get their first set of 3 points tonight against the Tulsa Roughnecks side, who themselves are trying to recover from 2018 as the ball is given away there in the center of the park there by Charlie Adams. And Tulsa Roughnecks carrying out through AJ Ajekwa, finishing at bottom of the Western Conference, 3 wins from 34 matches a year ago for Tulsa Roughnecks, but getting the season started with a home point against Portland Timbers 2 a weekend ago.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are going to start the season with a lot of pressure. You know, Orange County, when you become accustomed to winning as they were last season, the fans expect that every game. So they're going to get off to the start of this season, the fans are going to expect the same. Tulsa on the other end, you know, they didn't win many games last season, so they need to rebuild the confidence and trust of the fans. It's going to be very interesting to see how they start the season, because they need to get off to a good start to try and turn around that lack of momentum that they had last year.
And a major task on for both of these managers. For Tulsa Roughnecks, Michael Encian taking over midseason from David Vadriel, seeing out the rest of the campaign and given the opportunity to go again here in 2019 and build an entirely new squad. Only one player returning as the ball is flicked onto the penalty area towards Charlie Adams. It's swept clear. I believe, see there, we're wondering about the position tonight of Hugo Arellano. Many times him playing as an attacking player for LA Galaxy. Lines up in central defense next to Walker Hume.
Yeah, very talented player. I'm sure he could play a number of positions on the park, but as you mentioned, he's going to be playing centre back this evening, so it'll be interesting to see how he slides in there and helps to organise and keep them from conceding too many goal and scoring opportunities.
Harry Forrester from that right-hand side, putting the cross out of play. So now come to our injury report presented by the Hoag Orthopedic Institute. And no injuries to report for either side, but a couple of notable absences with Michael Seaton and Christian Duke for Orange County, not even in the 18 for Braden Cloutier's men.
Yeah, Seaton is obviously, he's a big loss for this team. 15 goals last season. It's going to be interesting to see how Jones fits into that position this evening to take up that loss that they're going to be missing. So, you know, it's a big offensive output that they're going to be missing in this game.
Looks like it'll be Joe Amico playing at left back for Orange County. And the MLS veteran Kevin Olsen on this right-hand side, as Harry Forrester will now play it into the channel. And running the channels there was Darwin Jones, but in an offside position. And you mentioned the hole that Seaton leaves behind. That's a task on for Darwin Jones this evening.
Yeah, Jones last season, I believe, had two or three goals. Seaton had 15. So, you know, there's a big disparity in what they've done so far. But it's a fantastic opportunity for Jones, with Seaton being out, to stamp some authority on that position and, you know, give the coach a problem when he's selecting the team.
You see playing under pressure there was Milan Roberts, the former FC Edmonton man, native of Sierra Leone. And comes off of Jones and out for a goal kick. As we can run through the team here for Tulsa Roughnecks. Sean Lewis deputizing in goal, the 26-year-old coming over from Penn FC. Back for Luca Lobo, Cyprian Hendrick comes from San Antonio, Milan Roberts, Moses McKinday, the back four. In midfield, Christian Altamirano, Manny Gonzalez, Jeff Adai, and AJ Ajeko with Rodrigo da Costa and Janu Silva up top.
Yeah, this is a big season for Milan Roberts. 2 years ago, obviously, he was on the radar for the Canadian national team. You know, he has all the attributes to reach that level, but he hasn't quite hit those performances again that's got him called up by the national team coach. But hopefully, if he has a good season this year, you know, he can get himself back into the fray with the national team.
Canadian national team very much on the up. Meanwhile, for Orange County, Carlos Lopez continues in goal. They're very solid at that position with Andre Rawls a year ago, but he was a loan from NYCFC, and he returns to his club. Well, it's Lopez, a 22-year-old Mexican, in goal, with Joe Amico, Walker Hume, Kevin Alston, and Hugo Arellano in front of him as Orange County win the ball back in midfield. A five of Harry Forrester, Daniel Crisostomo, Charlie Adams, Jerry Van Wolfgang coming over from Reno 1868, and Aiden Quinn in the center of the park with Darwin Jones up top.
Yeah, the opening 5 minutes, both teams have been, you know, very slow in their possession so far. You know, taking their time to kind of feel out the other team. Neither team being very direct or, you know, creating many goal-scoring opportunities. Kind of wasting possession a little bit. You know, I'd like to see either one team take the game with a little bit more intensity as the game starts to go on.
You'd imagine 5 matches on from now, there will be significantly more sharpness in either of these two teams, as before the throw-in was given, it's offside.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it always takes a player 4 or 5 games into the preseason before they really start to hit their peak condition, and then that's when you're really starting to see the teams turn it up a level in terms of how they approach the games.
So it'll be a free kick for Tulsa Roughnecks. The season series between these two teams was very one-sided. A year ago, Orange County, a couple of hammerings of Tulsa Roughnecks, combined 11-1 between two matches, 6-1 and 5-0. Tulsa in one of those matches down to 9 men. It's part of an overall struggle of a campaign, as held on there by Forrester. And Jones putting Roberts under pressure and able to earn the throw.
I mean, one area that Tulsa definitely needed to tighten up from last season is the defense, and I think they've done that definitely better this year than they did last year, but it was still interesting to see how they conceded goals last week. Last week, the corner came in and there was a man completely unmarked in the box, and with obviously Roberts and Hedrick at the back, that's the last thing you expect to see with those kind of imposing figures, is 3 players in the box from set pieces. So, you know, there's a few issues that they need to address, but I think they're started on a better foot than they did last season.
Quinn. And awkward there for Arellano, but fortunately for Orange County, Amico able to recover. See Tulsa getting up the pitch, plenty of pressure, and forces the throw.
Yeah, one thing you notice about Silva up top is he doesn't allow the centre-backs a lot of time. You know, he's very, very hard worker. He chases them down, closes them down, puts pressure on them, and tries to win the ball high up to start Tulsa's attack, you know, in the attacking third rather than letting them come forward.
Credit Tulsa Roughnecks in their full-scale rebuild of their squad. They found players from all over. I mentioned Janu Silva from the lower divisions in Portugal, 27-year-old. An earlier player like Luca Lobo, youth player at Botafogo in Brazil. Diversity of backgrounds for these players as Valencian tries to go again. Orange County applying the press to Hedrick. Daily done there by Adai. And now DaCosta can turn on the ball. Lovely flick there from Silva. And DaCosta can run at defenders. To this right-hand side. Just losing out possession there was Ajekwa. And a free kick here for Orange County.
Yeah, nothing much came of that build-up there from Tulsa, but it was a little bit better. You could see, number 8, Manny Gonzalez, starting to get on the ball. He's a very technical player in the middle of the park, and if they can get him on the ball consistently, he can make things happen by them just connecting passes and keeping possession. For the first 5 minutes, it was kind of going over his head. They were just doing a lot of running in the middle of the park. But that little spell of passing there is going to allow them to be more successful going forward in the game if they can get the ball on the floor more often.
Mention those backgrounds. A player like Manny Gonzalez plying his trade outside of Southern Florida for the first time. Last year with Miami FC 2. Also played with Fort Lauderdale Strikers and collegiate soccer in Florida, and now found by Tulsa Roughnecks and playing in the championship. Alston with a throw-in taken down there by Harry Forrester. Now Alston outside of the boot towards that back post, but nobody arriving. Jerry Van Wolfgang the closest to it. And cleared.
Yeah, Alston just giving away possession needlessly. They're in a good situation. If he just took his time a little bit more patient, tried to pick somebody out, he ended up hitting the ball with the outside his foot and finding nobody. When they get into the final third, they really need to make those opportunities count.
Win with a nice ball to this right-hand side for Forrester. Kevin Alston, longtime MLS player. Was an All-Star in 2010. Career with New England Revolution and Orlando City. Now in his 30s, playing his trade in the championship. Alston down the line. Again, trying to run onto it. Forrester, and doing well to earn himself a free kick. An opportunity on here for Orange County. And muster something up from a set piece. Forrester from Milton Keynes in England. And now it'll be Jerry Van Wolfgang and Aiden Quinn over the set piece towards that back post, and a solid header onto it. The debutant from Orange County, Adriano, but easy claim there for Sean Lewis.
And we highlighted earlier in the show last week how Tulsa conceded opportunities from set pieces and a corner. There's another opportunity again. The ball's come into the box. Defender hasn't really checked him properly. The ball's come across. He's lucky that that's not come across to somebody in the center box for an easy tap in. It's an area that they've shown that they need to work on, defending crosses and balls into the box from set pieces.
It's more towards the goalkeeper. If it's towards the edge of that 6-yard area, it's a chance on. As it is a chance on here for Orange County SC. Van Wolfgang flying forward. Also doing well to get stuck in and win the ball back.
Come on, Manny! Central! Central! Manny! Central! Central!
Hear the shouts from the technical area. Where he wants his players to be.
Yeah, he's trying to get Manny Gonzalez into the middle of the pot so he can get on the ball in these type of situations and get the team playing. I think a couple of times he's been found too far out wide where it's very difficult for him to kickstart the play.
And now Roberts struggling to sort out his feet, but does eventually find Moses McKinday. One back in Orange County by Jones, and now Hume. Lovely neat ball in the channel there for Sostamo. And now Jones can run at defenders. Get around one towards that byline. Jones with a low service in. The flick at the near post, and it did it matriculate its way over the line? It did. It's the opening goal for Orange County. And it was just that decisive touch, I believe, from Kevin Alston to open the scoring for Orange County.
Yeah, Jones very dangerous there, getting down to the byline, cutting the ball across, but almost looked like the goalkeeper stopped playing before the ball had even crossed the line.
As we take another look at it, it was a bit awkward, wasn't it? I was not entirely sure that it did cross the line, and it was Alston at that near post just getting something onto it. Oh yeah, it well crossed, despite the efforts of Manny Gonzalez to clear it. Orange County have opened their account in 2019 here at the Champion Soccer Stadium.
Yeah, you see when the ball takes a deflection, the goalkeeper doesn't quite know where it's gone. It's gone over his head and ends up bouncing into the goal. Explains why he stopped playing, but that's where we need to make sure that they're stopping the cross into the box. They allow the cross into the box, ends up being a deflected goal.
And McKinday can potentially want that one back for allowing Jones to get past him and down that byline. Anytime you allow service into the penalty area, things like that can happen. I'm actually going to give Chrysostimo the goal. Oh, it was Alston at the near post, but we'll get that sorted.
You know, we questioned the impact that Jones would have coming into this game in the absence of Seaton, and he's had a very good start. He's just got himself an assist through being positive, you know, and I think that's the first time we've actually seen somebody pick up the ball, drive, and try to take somebody on. It's been very slow, you know, passing backwards and sideways. The one time somebody is a little bit braver on the ball and a little bit positive, they've created a goal-scoring opportunity, and now Orange County find themselves 1-0 ahead, and Tulsa have a mountain to climb.
He touched there from Altamirano, but unable to find the return ball. And the throw here for Orange County. Roberts, but only as far as Forrester. Just lumps it into the penalty area and harmlessly away for a goal kick.
Yeah, the defending's got to improve. You know, that's a clearance there from Roberts. He's just swung it wild. It's ended up going back to the opposition, allowing them to start the attack again. They haven't done much with it, but they've got to do better when they win the ball in that situation. It's either got to be a good clearance or he has to find one of his teammates with the pass.
Powerful header there from Walker Hume. Native of Dallas, Texas, is a free kick here for Tulsa. See Daniel Chrysostimo.
Orange County just using some of their experience in this situation. You know, they've taken the lead. Now they're trying to slow down the game as much as possible. You know, they're not stepping back for the free kick quick as they should. They're taking their time with throws, just taking the momentum out of the game, stopping Tulsa from, you know, trying to get themselves back into it quickly. Just some good game management here coming from the players from Orange County.
They were a team a year ago that liked to press on and grab that second and third goal. When they won games, they won them by some pretty lofty score lines. As the ball is delivered in, Roberts was the intended target on the back post, but catching practice for Carlos Lopez.
Yeah, very easy catch there for the keeper. Set pieces have got to be better. When you send the big guys up all the way from the back and they go up 70 yards, the last thing they want to do is watch the keeper pluck it out of the air. So they got to whip the ball in with more pace, in a better direction where the defenders can attack it in that situation.
This ball there for Quinn, who just plays it forward. Aiden Quinn, a player for Braden Cloutier that he has picked out as one of his most important again and again. You can just tell in his contribution to goals from a year ago, but it's a lot more than that. Leadership and distribution from the center of the park. He is the key man in the eyes of the Orange County manager. In his second season with the club, USL experience with Cincinnati, Louisville, and Orlando City, where he moved to MLS, as the tackle comes in there from Chrysostimo. And a free kick for Tulsa.
I think Tulsa got to do a better job of finding their danger men. So far in this game, I don't think we've mentioned Altamirano's name once. You know, we saw the impact they had last week, getting on the ball, driving at people, cutting inside, but they haven't been able to find him so far in the opening 15 minutes of this game.
Certainly appeals for handball there, but Orange County can play on. Van Wolfgang into the penalty area. The shot comes in. Jones trying to flick on, but he was offside anyway. Would still be frustrated. He didn't put that one away.
Yeah, Jones was definitely offside in that situation. I think very lucky that he was offside because he's actually missed a very, very easy goal had it not been offside.
Yeah, it was I believe Chrysostimo on the edge of the penalty area. But some joy down that left-hand side for Jerry Van Wolfgang. I beg your pardon, it was Charlie Adams who had the strike towards goal. Taking down there, Ajekwa. Roberts. Tulsa, the high line. His left-hand side is Altamirano. Scored the goal last week for Tulsa. Quinn trying to win it off of Jeff Adai. The free kick taken quickly.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've mentioned Altamirano's got a name. He's playing on the left side. Last week he was playing on the right side and scored the goal from cutting in on his left. So interesting to see. You know, he can play on either flank, which is a very good skill to be able to have.
As Jakwa tries to chase and win the ball back. Counter-attack looks on here for Orange County. In the path of Darwin Jones, there's the burst of pace from him, has options in the area with Adams. Instead, Amico, the intended target, but well done there by Jakwa to come back and win the ball back. And Jean-Louis forced to go down to his right, so stop the ball from going out of play for a corner.
I think one thing that's been very evident in the opening 20 minutes is that Orange County do a much better job in transition. You know, when the ball turns over, they do a better job of transitioning to attack quickly, whereas when Tulsa win the ball, they're very slow and lethargic in turning the winning possession and turn it into a counter-attack. You know, they often end up turning the ball over by trying to make too many passes in their defensive third.
And how much of that would you put down to the fact that they have one returning player who isn't even in the starting 11 tonight? It's basically an expansion team that has come together and is still trying to figure out those patterns.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for the team to gel, but I'm not sure if they really have that time after the season that they had last year. You know, they want to hit the ground running.
Now Alston finds himself in some space. The cross is in towards Darwin Jones. Tries to have a swing at it, but well dealt with there by Luca Lobo. Amico.
Yeah. Good last-ditch defending there, you know. A better first touch, and that ball's in the back of the net. He's lucky the first touch was not as nice as he'd like it to be. It bounced up around his neck, so the defenders had time to recover.
It's a pretty easy decision there as Jeff Adai goes barreling through Charlie Adams there. After a lovely first-time touch from Amico to send the move on its way. And Alejandro Aguilera with the talking to there for Adai. And the frustrated boot away.
Yeah, a little bit over-aggressive in the challenger from Adai, and he's very fortunate kicking the ball away not to get a yellow card. It has to be a little bit reluctant in that situation because he's given them a good opportunity in a goal-scoring territory where a good free kick on goal could put them a second goal behind. You know, giving away free kicks in and around the edge of the box is the last thing that Tulsa want to do right now when they're trying to get themselves back into the game.
About 25 yards out. It'll be Van Wolfgang, Aiden Quinn, one of those over this one. Those look like Sustamo will fancy it as well. Quinn has mostly been the set piece taker for this team. I wonder if some kind of routine is being sorted out or if it's just going to be a straight hit towards goal.
Tulsa have a lot of players in their wall, almost 6 or 7 players in their wall, but you can see Orange County
It is
also.
Chrysostamo. So send it way over. And harmlessly out for the goal kick.
Yeah.
And fans, we can remind you time is running out to secure a season seat membership for the 2019 season, including the buy 2 season seats. Get 2 free offer while there is still time. Visit orangecountysoccer.com for more information.
We see again there, Tulsa giving away possession of the ball needlessly, just clearing the ball without any kind of quality. You know, they're just kicking it and it's falling straight back into the feet of Orange County and allowing them to restart the attacks. As I said, when Tulsa win the ball, they're not doing a good job of transitioning well into attack.
Just wonder what kind of opportunities might be on for Tulsa Roughnecks, maybe even on the counterattack. Hugo Arellano playing at center back. It's not normally his position, and Orange County have tried to figure out a makeshift defense here to start this season as they get players in. MLS veteran and Leonardo on the bench. A lot of experience at the center back position a year ago, and now just trying to piece it together here at the beginning stages of this campaign, and might there just be an opportunity on. Alston again trying to send Darwin Jones to chase, and Milan Roberts putting it out to touch. Alston down the line for Forrester. goes down, and it came off him last for a throw. Harry Forrester incredulous at the lack of award of a free kick. Throwing here for Moses McKinday. It is collegiate soccer at the University of North Carolina.
It may just seem a little circumstantial, but it looks like Tulsa may have actually switched their formation to a 4-4-2 now, with Manny Gonzalez occupying the middle of the field with a die and pushing one of their midfield players a little further higher.
Forrester trying to fund the ball through towards Quinn, who is making the run into the penalty area. Now Forrester just tries to throw it to him. Cut out there by McKinday. Alston. And Quinn, as the high boot came up there from Gonzalez, and Quinn went down. Referee allowing play to continue. Thrown there by Crisostomo.
There's another instance there where Tulsa have won the ball and failed to do anything when transitioning. You know, they win the ball in defense and fail to connect a pass to kickstart the offense. Literally, they just give it straight back to Orange County, who start attacking again.
Did hear their appeals from the Orange County bench. A bit of colorful language you might apologize for. Wanting a foul there against Aiden Quinn. Aiden Quinn there now having to play through the referee, Alejandro Aguilera, who got in the way there. And again back to the goalkeeper for Tulsa. Lewis with a nice ball to find Lobo. Just there from Da Costa, but unable to settle it on that far side. As Altamirano is now switched flanks.
Yeah, I think Orange County will be happy with the way they've started the first 25 minutes of this game. Last week, obviously, they managed to scrape a tie in the last minutes of the game, but I think so far in this game they've been controlled. They look like the home team, you know, very comfortable in possession, creating goal-scoring opportunities. Tulsa are really going to have to take things up a couple of levels to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, it does seem more likely that Orange County would get a second rather than Tulsa would equalize, but things can change very quickly. Here's Quinn. Nice distribution there for Forrester. And again, Quinn can just pick out passes. Finds Adams. George Van Wolfgang. Now Adams can get turned. Adams leaving it for Quinn, who sees the runner coming. And wants the ball to run. Alston able to recover. The longest spell of possession for either team as Hume returns for Carlos Lopez.
Yeah, Tulsa are second to everything right now. Even when the ball's there for a 50-50 or it breaks loose, Orange County just first everything. They're on the front foot. Tulsa really need to take the intensity up a little bit if they're going to get into this game. Be more on the front foot, be a little bit more aggressive, put them under pressure. They're letting Orange County have the ball very comfortably right now.
Quinn lays it for Darwin Jones to run onto it. Into the area. Tries to peel it back. Didn't get the cleanest of purchase, but it'll fall nicely for Van Wolfgang, who tries to chip the keeper. And it lands on the roof of the net.
Yeah, that's a wasted opportunity. 100% that's a wasted opportunity. Beautiful turn, good first touch. He drives that on goal at pace. I think they find themselves 2-0 up. Tries the clever finish in it. Doesn't quite come off, and that could come back to haunt him later on in this game. Opportunities like that, you really need to take the most of. But concerning defending for Tulsa there, caught out with one ball in behind, led to a goal-scoring opportunity.
And Quinn is finding those areas in behind with relative ease. And now Jones, you do see some rotation in the shape. Who's playing where for Orange County? Jones, who started as the center forward, now moving a bit out to this right-hand side.
Yeah, Jones, you know, he kind of floats around the pitch. He doesn't really just hold himself in the center as a number 9. He kind of floats to the wings and utilizes his pace to create scoring opportunities for others, as he did with the goal.
Well, it's Crisostomo to get forward. Charlie Adams and Aiden Quinn as well. Any rotation in those positions as Miko will off towards Van Wolfgang, but again, just a bit aggressive there from Tulsa. This time Cyprian Hendrick, the Cameroonian, whistle for the foul and a free kick on here for Orange County. And a yellow card as well. Don't know if that's for dissent or for the challenge itself. Get official confirmation of who the yellow is for in just a moment. I believe it's Rodrigo da Costa, who gets the yellow for dissent.
Good play there from the Orange County forward. You know, he knows he's not going to win the header, so he just backs into defender and feels the contact and goes down for the foul. You know, it's clever play. It's won his team now a free kick in a goal scoring area where they can put the ball into the box, where we know they've struggled to defend set pieces.
And Jones trying to get the flicked on header. And there to deal with it there is Tulsa and da Costa, or rather a die. And now Alston trying to win it back. Did it come off? Black shirt last, it did not. It will be a throw in here for Orange County. Now, some protests over the calls. Alejandro Aguilera, the man in the middle. See with both teams screaming in his direction. Thrown here for Orange County, nearing on the half-hour mark. Hume. Playing with plenty of pace and good pressure there from Manny Gonzalez. And now, just about Altamirano. Got a touch to it, but just didn't fall kindly for him.
Yeah, that's what you'd like to see Tulsa do a little bit more in this game, is apply pressure as a team. They saw 2 or 3 players going together applying pressure, and they almost won the ball in a good position to kickstart the attack, but they've sat back a lot, and Orange County have really brought this game to them and been dominantly in control.
A dive forward. For a throw in to Amico. We'll keep you up to date on other games going on in the USL Championship this evening, as Adams just left a bit too much of it there. And Wolfgang tried the cross. Came off of Luca Lobo. Quinn was offside, so he didn't attempt to play it. Fans, you can follow Orange County SC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Just using the ESPN Plus service earlier today to watch the FA Cup. The soccer tournaments provided by ESPN Plus. Is be a free kick here for Tulsa.
The Tulsa coach is really going to have some strong words of his team at half-time. The amount of times that they've had possession at the back and literally just kicked it back to Orange County has been unbelievable. You know, they've not tried to find midfielders. They've not got the ball into the forward and held it up with any quality. They've just given it back to Orange County time and time and time again.
And that time giving away a throw-in. In terms of results from elsewhere in USL, Reno 1868 getting the draw against Orange County a week ago. They win today as we're there from a die. An opportunity on here for Orange County. Running through was Adams, but losing out. And a die again. Having to make the tackle. And did manage to at least get it off an Orange County shirt last. And a throw in here for Tulsa. Brian Brown with a brace for Reno. 2-1. They were winners today over Austin Bold. As now Sean Lewis will have to play out. And it's a bit too much over the head of McKinday.
I think we're 32 minutes into the game right now, and I couldn't tell you what color jersey the Orange County goalkeeper's wearing. he's just not had anything to do so far in the game right now. You know, he's not been tested whatsoever.
He's barely had to play. Amico trying to poke it into a path for himself, thrown onto. Tackle came in from Lobo. He's probably the standout player from Tulsa so far, such that there are. Crisostomo. And Hume is well into the Tulsa half from his center half position. Van Wolfgang, who switch flanks. Adams. And the ball between the lines for Darwin Jones. Just losing out. Here's Alston. Van Wolfgang again. Here for Forrester. Low across! And it went across the face of goal, and the Orange County players there to pounce.
A fantastic delivery into the box, and that's where Jones should have been. Attacking that ball straight down the middle, running straight to his goal at the goalkeeper, and that's an easy tap-in. That's a natural goal scorer's instinct.
Yeah, if you wonder if that's Michael Seaton out there, that's putting that away for 2-0.
I believe that's why he had 15 goals last year, because he knows where to be.
One again in the center of the park. And Miko, another heavy tackle in that time from Christian Altamirano, and the Honduran is going to see yellow. Second yellow card of this one for Tulsa Roughnecks.
It's been a tough opening 35 minutes for Tulsa. I think they can get to halftime, still in the game at 1-0, gives the coach an opportunity to make some changes.
Yeah, pretty heavy tackle. Darwin Jones certainly making the most of it, but DaCosta and Altamirano in the book of Alejandro Aguilera. We mentioned a game a year ago at this ground for Tulsa, and with them having 9 men, they would not want to see a similar fate this evening. Played across there by Ariano for Hume. And Quinn will leave it with the goalkeeper, Carlos Lopez, who we can confirm is wearing fluorescent yellow this evening.
And we've just watched Hume run there. He's not the most mobile fella. You know, he reads the game well, very good defender. Anything in the air, you can see he's going to win it all day. But you put your fastest player up against him and you start to slide balls down the side of him and make him have to run. Tulsa haven't really used that kind of weapon so far in this game. They haven't even tried to exploit that.
I almost wonder if that's why they put Jakwa on this left-hand side, maybe to try and make those runs, but just haven't had the opportunity. This ball is over the top. Jones chasing, but the assistant's flag had gone up for offside.
Come on, relax. Forward. Come on, Rodrigo, find space.
Pressure here applied to Costa. Outside of the boot, well done. Costa again. Trying to poke it towards the Jakwa. It might have been offside. He was trying to clear, but losing out. A die. Ball to this right-hand side towards Altamirano. And the Honduran can try and cut onto his left as he did a week ago to score the goal, but just losing out. Sports Clips 5-game flex plan is the perfect ticket program for your busy schedule. You choose the matchups you want to see for the schedule that works for you. Plans start at just $95 per seat. Pick one up at orangecountysoccer.com. As Lopez gets clear. Tulsa really, that's a heavy tackle advantage given in favor of Tulsa. The touch on there from DaCosta, and the referee's going to pull it back. And despite the fact that Van Wolfgang is down, see who committed the foul. I think they want some heavy punishment for Van Wolfgang as well.
Strong tackle in the midfield there from Adai to kickstart the attack, and that's what they need. Players to start getting close to players, making tackles, 50-50s, imposing themselves. That's created some momentum for them going forward.
Oh my goodness. Van Wolfgang going flying. Taking a fairly nasty fall as well. You see the Tulsa players having a conversation with Alejandro Aguilera.
Even in this situation, the way Tulsa performed in the opening 35 minutes, you'd ask them to be less concerned with hassling the referee and more concerned with getting their own game right.
And in the near term, getting the set piece right. An opportunity to deliver the first one. Got the rest of balls into the penalty area. And now will be Rodrigo DaCosta.
they've sent the centre-backs up for the set piece, but you can see by the way he's setting up the ball, it looks like he's going to have a shot on target from this distance. He doesn't look like he's got anything else in his mind right now apart from going for goal.
He's about 35 yards out. Carlos Lopez camped out in the center of his goal. And you're right, it is a strike towards goal, and Lopez watches as it goes over.
Yeah, I think even if it had been on target, it didn't really have enough pace on it to beat the keeper. Striking from that distance, it's got to be hard, it's got to be over the wall, it's got to be on target. I think it was a little bit too floaty to really test the keeper in that situation. But we do know the keeper's now wearing green for the first time in the game.
Ball up towards Jones, but won by Tulsa. Seem like they're finding their foothold in the game. Hedrick.
And you can see where Orange County are not going to be successful. If they try to hit the balls in the air up against Roberts and Hedrick at the back, they're not winning those. The last couple of balls they've tried to be direct and hit Jones, but Roberts has won every header up there. They've been more successful when they've tried to roll the balls down the side of the defenders.
Streamer stuck on the feet there of Lobo as Orange County can win the ball and now get on the counter. But Quinn under pressure. Just needed louder shouts of man on, but they managed to find Hume. Forster. Well, attempted to be played into the channel, but
wasted possession again there. Wasted possession again from Tulsa. You know, they win possession of the ball, give it back to Orange County. You know, I think that's going to be the main issue that the coach is going to have frustration with when he speaks to them at half-time, is just they've given away possession needlessly and so easily. They've not really forced Orange County to use any energy to win the ball back because they've literally just given it back to them every time.
So the header up towards Jones and a throw-in. And the fourth official is signaling for treatment. Not quite sure for who, just a little bit of a miscommunication there. I believe it's Van Wolfgang. Took that fall earlier. Does seem like the trainer has come on. He helped off.
Yeah, they have to be very careful. Obviously, you know, it took a hard fall with his concussion they're dealing with. You know, they have to follow protocols and make sure he's okay before the game before he can continue in the game, obviously. Sure. But he does seem a little bit dazed as he's coming off.
Yeah, you wonder if that would be the concern. Just wonder if in those kind of situations, more concerned about a hip or something like that, but didn't quite get a look at that fall and see injuring his head, but he's receiving medical attention for a reason. A couple of options on the bench to potentially play on that left-hand side. Ramos Godoy coming on. There'll be a throw in here for Orange County with about 3 minutes left to play here in this first half. Orange County lead by a goal to nil as Darwin Jones carries on his way. Again, trying to peel it back. Nobody making that run. Costa sending long. Janu Silva off the chest.
That's got to stick there. You know, they've hit the ball to the forward. The forward's got to hold the ball and keep possession so the midfielders can get up. Giving it away very cheaply. Doesn't allow it. You know, your midfielders just using legs. Your defenders are defending a lot. When it comes to the forwards, they've got to make it stick.
It's a decent idea there from Achekwa in towards Silva. Cut out. Jones trying to establish position to win the ball. And eventually a foul given against Jeff Adai.
Yeah, we saw Ajikwa there try to play the ball over the top of Hume. But we know Hume is very, very good in the air. He's very good with his position and reading the game. Where you're going to catch him is being able to slide the ball to the sides of him 10 and 15 yards and let him get caught in a foot race against Silva up top. You know, they've not tested him once in a one-on-one situation. You know, letting him.
And it will be Giovanni Ramos-Godoy has been allowed to come on. This ball is slid in towards that penalty area. Amico back for Charlie Adams, whose shot goes straight into a defender. And the substitution is presented by the big ones. And it is Ramos-Godoy, who had 20-plus substitute appearances a year ago for Orange County. Started a week ago as a fullback, despite plying a straight normally as a center forward. A situation that Orange County find themselves in early on in this season, and now makes his first substitute appearance, and it is indeed a serious enough injury for Van Wolfgang to come off.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to shake off that knock from that challenge earlier in the game with a very strong tackle, fair tackle, strong. And unfortunately, it's put Wolfgang out for the remainder of this game, but see if Tulsa can now use that to their advantage, because he was very important in his first half.
Here's Darwin Jones in the final minute, the opening 45. Opportunity on here for Orange County. The lofted services towards Ramos-Godoy. He tried to take a touch, goes down, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is not how Tulsa would want to end this first half. They looked like they were on their way to getting into this game, and Moses McKinday has given away a penalty to Giovanni Ramos-Godoy.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need for that from McKinday. Good defending, just get goal side of him. His first touch isn't the best, you know, he's not going to finish with his second touch. There's no need to foul him in that situation. McKinday's absolutely killed his team just before half-time. 30 seconds to go, they could have gone in just 1-0. Now they can't count on the keeper here to make a big save.
And the referee is just making sure that there's no intrusion in towards the penalty area. You see a little bit of tactics, shall we say, from the Tulsa players, trying to put off the penalty taker, Quinn, from Lobo and Jaquia. And it will be Aiden Quinn, scorer of 12 goals a year ago, who will try and score from the penalty spot for a second week running. After getting the 91st minute equalizer a week ago against Reno, here is Aiden Quinn, sends the keeper the wrong way, and makes it 2-0 in favor of Orange County, taking advantage of the penalty on the stroke of halftime, and Orange County look well on their way.
It's a fantastic time for Orange County to score, but it's the worst time ever for Tulsa to concede. 30 seconds away from halftime, where the manager could have gone in and changed his tactics to get them back into the game. Now he has to readjust what he was thinking for his halftime team talk.
Aiden Quinn coolly taking the penalty, even if keeper Lewis guessed the right way. I'm not entirely sure he's saving that. That is very well taken. And Aiden Quinn, now 2 goals from 2, both from the penalty spot, to open 2019 in the USL Championship.
Yeah, it's a very good penalty. He never looked in doubt. Run up very confident, sent the keeper the wrong way, put the ball into the corner. Cannot say that Orange County do not deserve to be 2 goals in the lead in this game so far.
Nice flick on there from Jaquia. Now Tulsa might have a chance on here to try and get something for the interval. Jaquia has to play towards the center of the park in a dive, but took a deflection on the way through. Jaquia again. They're nearing the minimum of 2, and a free kick here for Tulsa. You see the frustration there from Braden Cloutier. He thought it was closer to handball than a free kick for Tulsa. And it'll be taken quickly. Jaquia approaching the penalty area. Will deliver towards that penalty spot, headed away by Hume. Out to Mirano. Honduran. He'll try the right-footed delivery towards that near post, and now taken down by Silva. And Jaquia trying to get Ramos-Godoy turned. Instead it will fall here, and the strike towards goal appears for handball, and it's given as a penalty. A second penalty decision awarded by Alejandro Aguilera just before halftime, and a yellow card as well for Walker Hume. And now Tulsa can get their way back into it right before the break.
Yeah, it did look like a handball. Gonzalez takes a shot, not the best shot from the edge of the box, but it does look like it's going on target, and it comes off a Orange County defender. Let's see if it's off his hand.
And it was Manny Gonzalez's hit towards goal.
Still very difficult to see from that angle, but the referee seems like he was in a very good position and very confident to call it straight away.
Now then, Can Tulsa get the goal? Gets them back into this one. It's Altamirano, who scored a week ago, who himself will try and make it 2 from 2. Here is the Honduran from the spot. Well taken, right down the middle. And Tulsa Roughnecks looked like they were down and out, but they've got the goal back. The penalty awarded by Aguilera and converted by Altamirano.
Yeah, and I think that's what Tulsa needed, and it's the right thing for the neutral fan, because Tulsa needed something optimistic to get themselves motivated for the second half, and I think getting that goal now could give them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a kickstart, something positive to talk about half-time. Let the manager make his changes, come out with the second half of a brighter mentality.
Yeah, you mentioned halftime team talks. Got just that little bit easier for Michael Encien. They give away a penalty, Tulsa Roughnecks. Towards the end of the first half, Aiden Quinn converts after Kevin Alston opened the scoring. But the penalty decision at the other end, given against Walker Hume and converted by Christian Altamirano, has this as a game. Entering the halftime break, Orange County leading by 2 goals to 1, but Tulsa getting that goal just before halftime to keep this one a 1-goal game. We're back with the halftime show coming up next.
What makes my famous brisket, chicken marinade, and punch so good? A lemon lime secret ingredient I'm never going to tell. 7-Up. Who's hungry? Do more with 7.
The Orange County Soccer Club Pro Experience membership, designed to accelerate your training and enable you to reach the professional performance levels of the biggest leagues around the world. Membership includes free tickets to 7 home matches, training sessions with coaches and technical director Franz Hoek, live events with leading soccer minds like Brad Friedel, Rafael Wicki, and Keisuke Honda, and many additional benefits. Go to orangecountysoccer.com/pro experience.
Orange County SC leading at the break by 2 goals to 1 over Tulsa Roughnecks. And what a first half it was. A couple of decisions at the end of the first half making this one very interesting. We'll get to our first half highlights in just a moment. But first, 2018 was one of the better seasons in the history of Orange County SC. Just want to take you through a year in review. Braden Cloutier taking over as a manager for the first time, as an assistant in this club for quite a long time. He's put in charge, puts together a squad that ends the season as the #1 seed in the Western Conference. The best season in franchise history, finishing with a record of 20 wins, 6 draws, and 8 losses. Finishing top of the conference, getting all the way to the Western Conference final. And what a season it was. Club record in wins with 20, in points with 66, and there you see the #1 overall seed in the entirety of the playoffs before going down in the final to Phoenix Rising. The side led by Didier Drogba eventually went on to lose in the final to Louisville City. But what a season it was for Orange County SC, and now looking to build on it, getting the draw on match day 1 and entering match day 2 here with the lead at the break. As we now take a look at some of the signings that have come in this week, and a few options now for Braden Cloutier. You see Leonardo on the bench tonight, coming from Houston Dynamo, as a long-time central defender for that MLS side, and Hugo Arellano has come in on loan from LA Galaxy, although he has not had a ton to do this evening, Chris Nurse.
Yeah, you know, they've made some very, very strong signings, strengthening for the earliest part of the season, but also going into the last stage of the season. You know, they have a very strong roster, and you can only see them getting stronger as the season continues. So they're obviously looking to retain, you know, their championship that they achieved last season. Yeah,
and you look at just the way that signings work in USL. Occasionally, it does take a while. It was a similar situation a year ago for Orange County. They do kind of leave it late sometimes, but you saw them bring in quite a few players, including some with some pedigree, that allowed them to head on their way towards that run to the Western Conference Final in the USL Western Conference a year ago. As we can now take a look at some of the best from around USL on match day 1 right now.
What does it take to be a champion? Skill, strength, vision, an unrelenting desire to prove your worth week in, week out. An army of fans behind you screaming your name. And sometimes just a bit of luck. For 631 games over the course of the next 9 months, 22 players will step on the field to answer the question, why will it be you and not them? And the 36 teams, from the champions of yesterday to the challengers of tomorrow, only one will be right.
To soccer fans across the United States, we want to say thank you for helping to create the most impressive, well-attended USL opening weekend in our history. With your support, we welcomed record crowds of over 91,000 fans to USL stadiums last weekend, and with over 3 million expected by the end of this season. This is a special moment, and if you're new to the USL, you're joining us at the most exciting time in league history. With more clubs and more games than ever before, the USL Championship is establishing itself as one of the premier second divisions in professional soccer around the world. In 2019 alone, we've welcomed to the USL family 7 new expansion teams in New Mexico, El Paso, Austin, Memphis, Birmingham, Hartford, and Loudoun. That's 7 new communities who now have professional soccer in their own backyard, and 7 new communities where local youth can now see a direct path to fulfilling their dreams of becoming professionals themselves. We're also reaching more people than ever before, courtesy of our partnership with ESPN+. Every single USL Championship game available online, and another 8 now shown on national television. More fans than ever before now can watch USL soccer from the comfort of their own home. So thank you, soccer fans. Thank you for joining us for what will be the biggest season in USL history.
Orange County leading by 2-1 over Tulsa Roughnecks after 45 minutes of play, a couple of late penalty decisions, swinging this game in multiple directions. And you hear there from the USL president, Jake Edwards. And now let's take a look at some of the highlights from match day 1 in terms of what we saw on and off the field. I have to start first with a record attendance, 91,341 fans coming through the gates across 17 games in the USL Championship. You see as well the growth of the infrastructure of the league, the academy landscape continuing to grow with the Academy Cup being announced on Thursday. And we have a first hat-trick hero of the USL Championship season as Shane Malcolm scores a hat-trick for Colorado Springs Switchbacks against LA Galaxy 2. And Chris Nurse, you heard there from Jake Edwards that infrastructure and giving fans across the country that pathway, seeing that pathway towards professional soccer, and with the academy growth as well. It's great to see in the United States. Yeah, academies are very important. You know, every kid needs a dream, and if there's a senior team for them to aspire to at the end of their youth club, you know, that's the most perfect pathway that any kid can look forward to. Yes, indeed. As you now take a look at the scores from around the Western Conference, all of these at full time. Real Monarchs 0-0 with the newcomers El Paso Locomotive. Reno 1868 after getting a draw against Orange County a week ago, win by 2-1, a brace from Brian Brown. We also have a full-time score in Sacramento. Cameron Iwasa with the goal for Sacramento Republic. OKC Energy off to a good start on the campaign. 2-1 victory over Las Vegas Lights. Omar Gordon with one of the goals, Deshaun Brown with the other for OKC Energy. Fresno FC winning by 2-0 away from home at Rio Grande Valley. Aaron Vasiljevic with a brace for Fresno in that one. And Portland Timbers 2 winning by 3-1 away from home against San Antonio. Todd Wharton and Loria with a brace. The goals for Portland Timbers 2. And that is you look at the scores from around the Western Conference. Coming up next, first half highlights and second half kickoff. Orange County SC 2, Tulsa Roughnecks 1 at the break.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
The Orange County Soccer Club Pro Experience membership, designed to accelerate your training and enable you to reach the professional performance levels of the biggest leagues around the world. Membership includes free tickets to 7 home matches, training sessions with coaches and technical director Franz Hoek, live events with leading soccer minds like Brad Friedel, Raphael Wicki, and Keisuke Honda, and many additional benefits. Go to orangecountysoccer.com/pro experience.
Orange County leading by 2-1 at the break in their home opener of this 2019 championship season over Tulsa Roughnecks, who finished bottom of the table a year ago in the Western Conference. Chris Whittingham, Chris Nurse here for commentary of this one as we can now bring you our first half highlights, which are brought to you by 7-Up. Do more with 7-Up, and it was a very interesting first half that ended particularly interesting as we now get started with the chances. Here would be a free kick from Aiden Quinn towards that back post, unmarked. On that backside, it was the debutant Hugo Arellano, and the header straight to Sean Lewis.
Yeah, we mentioned how Tulsa conceded from set pieces last week, and they're lucky not to start the game again this week from the same mistake.
And there would be the opening goal, trying to get it off the line. There was Manny Gonzalez, but at the near post, the delivery coming in and turned in. Some debate as to whether it was Chrysostomo or Alston who get that final touch. I believe it was Kevin Alston, but there is the opening goal for Orange County. A chance would come here for Charlie Adams. First time, but just dragged wide. Darwin Jones nearly getting an effort to it, but it was just offside. Here would be the opening goal for Tulsa Roughnecks. Penalty given against Walker Hume. It was 2-0 at this point after Aiden Quinn put away a penalty, but handball given against Walker Hume, and Christian Altamirano from the spot, coolly putting it past Carlos Lopez.
Yeah, and very interesting there, Hume picked up a yellow card, and as we mentioned, not the most mobile fella. If Tulsa can now get players running at him, put him in a situation where maybe he has to make a last-ditch foul, you know, that could be an opportunity for them to get the second yellow card and get them down to 10 men for the remainder of the game.
Let's take a look at the first half stats. Shots favoring Orange County, both total and on target, and the possession favoring Orange County. Tulsa getting into it a little bit towards the end of that first half. Obviously, the goal will give them some confidence, but they need to improve dramatically if they're going to come all the way back and tie this game up at 2.
Yeah, nothing surprising in statistics here. Almost 60% to 40%. Orange County were very, very dominant in the first half of that game. The good thing is the coach has now had the chance to speak to his Tulsa players, and you're expecting them to come out different, more aggressive, with more energy, you know, press a little bit harder, try to win the ball back with more intensity in the second half, and things can only get more positive for them from there.
And it is 2-1 in favor of Orange County at the break. And you see here the team huddle. They did have to make a change in that first half. with Jerry Van Wolfgang coming off with what looked like an apparent head injury. Giovanni Ramos-Godoy coming on for Orange County as a substitute. So a first change is we can take a look now at the upcoming schedule here for Orange County SC. They're back home in a week's time. It's the upcoming USL schedule is brought to you by Destination Irvine, a place for business, a destination for fun. Orange County home with New Mexico United in a week's time as the overall schedule. We'll see New Mexico United play in midweek against this same Tulsa Roughnecks side. So both these teams playing New Mexico United coming up next. And then the full slate of games on ESPN Plus on Saturday from 11 a.m. Rayon Monarchs taking on LA Galaxy 2. Colorado Springs will take on San Antonio. Fresno FC and Reno. Orange County back in action against Reno 1868 on Saturday. And that is your look at the schedule.
Welcome to the second half.
It is New Mexico, not Reno 1868. That will be the home opponent for Orange County next weekend, as you do see the halftime change being prepared for Tulsa Roughnecks. Anthony Legendre will come on for Tulsa. Halftime change, he is on for Moses McKinday, who gave away the penalty at the end of the first half. And you wonder, Michael Encian is just making this change for that reason. So a bit more attacking minded as Legendre, more of an attacking substitution, as that player substitution is brought to you by the Big Ones Inc. as we're into the second half of this one. All to play for, with Orange County leading by 2-1. A couple of late penalty decisions, one given in favor of Orange County, the other in favor of Tulsa Roughnecks. And Chris Nurse, did they badly need that penalty, Tulsa Roughnecks, in order to stay in this game?
Yeah, definitely needed to keep themselves in this game. Now they can approach the second half with a little bit more optimism. They're still in the game. If they can get an early goal, they have a chance of going on to being the winners in this game. But they need to make sure that they do not concede in the opening 10 minutes of this game, so then they can stay in it towards the latter stages.
Early throw in here for Orange County, who unchanged here. Start of the second half as Aiden Quinn tries to flick into the path of Darwin Jones. We've seen quite a few tactical shifts for this Orange County team. Not really a recognized center forward. Darwin Jones, the closest to it, but he's drifted out wide more than a few times, and the interchange has created some space on a multitude of occasions for Orange County. So they can add to their lead again. A couple of right hammerings for Tulsa Roughnecks from Orange County. Combined 11-1, 2 meetings. There were signs there for Orange County that they might be able to do that again in the first half, but
yeah, you do see some positive things from Tulsa in this game in terms of the build-up, but you can just see the chemistry and the understanding isn't quite there yet. Maybe it's going to take them a little bit of time for the players to gel and really get to understand each other. But, they don't want to take too long to find that, otherwise they'll find themselves, out of the playoff places very early on in the season.
As Charlie Adams was on his way and takes a foul there from the substitute Legendre. And it will be a free kick for Orange County. Substitute from Jacksonville. As usual, it'll be Quinn over it. Scored the penalty in the first half. Second week running scoring from the spot.
Being the set piece specialist on the team, it kind of justifies him being the assist leader in the team also. If he takes the set pieces, takes the penalties, takes the corners, gives him the opportunity to get those assists.
A solid delivery towards Hume, headed away for a throw. There's Quinn. 15 assists a year ago, though I recall doing a few Orange County games a year ago that he wanted one more so that However, official score did not give him an assist, made an error, so he claimed 16. Anyway, though, it is a corner. It will be Harry Forrester swing this one in. It is an OCSC corner kick fueled by Shell Fuel Rewards. Text now to 83835 to download the app and begin saving on fuel as the delivery comes to nothing in the end. Chrysostimo. Lofted ball is in towards Quinn, who can hit first time and does, but not towards target. Lucky for him, it comes to Darwin Jones.
Good connection on the cross from Quinn, but lucky enough, nowhere near the goal target.
As headed towards goal there by Forrester, but to no one in particular. And easy for Sean Lewis. Roberts. There, Michael Encien shouting for Iche Ejekwa to get forward. Benefits of having a well-placed microphone.
Defenders taking too long to release the ball. You can see now twice the ball's come out to defenders. They've had to go back to the goalkeeper instead of being able to find one of the forward midfielders who can be on the turn and play forward. You know, they're having to continuously play backwards and allowing Orange County to press onto them and put them under pressure.
So just about getting that job done. As a sliding tackle came in from Chrysostimo. Back in play by Tulsa. Janu Silva moving the ball off of Miko and fouled him in the process. Hugo Arellano, the loanee from LA Galaxy. Pressure well done there by Luca Lobo. See that Brazilian training coming through there.
It's got to be neater and tidier in the midfield there from Tulsa. You know, Adai's done well to keep possession of the ball, but he's got to come into him and go out the other side quicker.
Manny Gonzalez trying to play outside of the boot there towards Ejekwa. And now Hume get it clear and does so. Now Quinn sends Darwin Jones to chase. The flag has stayed down. Here's Darwin Jones. As Forrester running with him, Darwin Jones! And not able to hit the target.
It's a good play from Jones. You know, he's realized he's tried to hold up and wait for somebody to help him out. He's realized that there's nobody close to him, so he's taken it on his own and tried to get a shot off on target. It wasn't too far away.
The right run from Forrester is trying to kind of get around him and almost provide an overlapping option, but it was quite a ways to get there. So though, a great ball there from Aiden Quinn to send Jones on his way.
See, that's the matchup that you want to see there. Hume's had to give away a foul, and there's only going to be so many of them he can give away before the referee furnishes the second yellow card. So the more they can isolate the forward up against Hume, the more that Silva can get up against Hume, the more chance they have of actually making them get a red card and be down to 10 men.
As you had another look there at the effort from Jones. And Hume taking the yellow card for handball.
Even though
first half.
I think it was a harsh yellow card, you know. I don't think there was any intent in it. The ball was, it was a shot on target.
We didn't really get a clear look at how far the arm was away. And
I don't think there was any intent in it. The ball's just hit his hand and the rest brandished him with a yellow card, unfortunately. But see if Tulsa can capitalize on that.
Altamirano will have an opportunity to swing in this right-hand side. It is in towards that back post. Multiple white shirts arriving, and it was Janu Silva who rose, but couldn't direct his header on goal.
Yeah, I think he'd be disappointed with that, and he hope he could get that one back. If he heads it down, I think they find themselves 2-2, and the game's tied up.
Certainly was a good delivery from Altamirano, and we were looking at him coming into this one. A great goal against Portland Timbers too, with his left cutting on to his right, but You see there taking his free kicks with his right. Two-footed player. Quality delivery with both.
Yeah, and one of the most experienced players on the pitch, you know, he's been capped 6 times, I believe, for the Honduran national team. So he understands how to take control of a game sometimes when things aren't going your way. And when you're down a goal, he's really got to use those leadership qualities now to get his team back into this game.
There is that kind of ball that you're looking for. Is that soccer there from Lopez? Now Hume is going to have to chase it. And might Janu Silva take advantage? He does! Janu Silva equalizing for Tulsa Roughnecks. Carlos Lopez, the mistake at the back. And Tulsa have come back from 2-0 down to be level at 2-2.
And I think that's the first time in the game where we've had to see the foot race between the forward and Hume. Hume probably had 5-yard head start on him, and Silva's managed to get ahead of him. And luckily, he's chosen to dink the ball rather than go on the floor. I think if he goes on the floor, Hume recovers and stops it, but he's chipped it over him, and it's a goal. Here you see Hume's 5 yards ahead of him. There's the speed he catches and dinks it up over him. Good finish.
You're right, that lift is necessary because Hume was sliding in, but beaten for pace, as you had said, Chris Nurse. It was on, but you have to say that goal starts with Carlos Lopez coming out, trying to play and hitting straight into Janu Silva to send him on his way.
Yeah, terrible clearance from the goalkeeper. And a game that Orange County were controlling very, very comfortably has now become 2-2. And now the momentum is actually with Tulsa going into the last half an hour of this game.
I said to you, first minute of added time after Quinn converts the penalty, this game will be 2-2 in 10 minutes. I think even the most optimistic Tulsa Roughnecks fan would have been shocked by that. It's a lovely lofted ball there from Forrester, taken down, lifted towards Jones, who gets a header to it, unable to direct it on target. Forrester again. Leave it here with Amico. Activity on in the channel here for Forrester, but neither Jones nor Amico able to take advantage. Now Quinn. Ramos Godoy. Teasing and losing out. And now Ajekwa. Nice touch around the defender, but just not enough pace into the path there of Da Costa for this to win the ball. Split up towards Silva. Leave out for a throw first.
Now we're looking forward to an exciting last 30 minutes. I think Tulsa will, have a bit of momentum inside them, feel like they can go on and probably win this game. And, Orange County are probably a little bit winded from a game that they thought they were well in control of, now find themselves tied up.
They'll have to feel like 2-0 had guaranteed 3 points. Instead, a comeback from Tulsa.
Now you've got to see if Tulsa can recognize, what's going to be successful for them. They've just seen the disparity in pace between Silva and Hume. Now, how do they take advantage of that situation in the last 35 minutes of this game? They should be looking to expose that foot race as often as possible.
And what would that be for you? Just have Silva run in the channel and have those arcing balls in towards him?
They've got to get Silva to stand closer to Hume. And when they get possession of the ball, that's who they've got to try to find, because he's either going to be able to beat him in behind or he's going to hold it up and Hume's going to give away fouls. Either way, Hume's in a difficult situation being on a yellow card, and Silva's already proved that he has the beating of him for pace.
Throw in there from Legendre. Quinn. Tidy turn there in tight space. Now Ramos Godoy into the penalty area. Tackle snapped in from Hedrick. Ramos Godoy trying to turn, play the cross in, and at the very least, wins the corner.
Yeah, Tulsa just need to be very careful. The last thing they want to do now is go and give away another needless penalty. When the attackers get into the box, just stay on your feet, be a good defender, move your feet quickly, show them away from goal.
It will be Quinn with the Shell Fuel Rewards corner. This is a better bit of service now. Appeals for a penalty on the back post. As going down there was Arellano. Referee not interested in a goal kick for Tulsa Roughnecks.
We just said it just before the set piece. They need to be careful. That the referee's already given 2 penalties. I'm sure he's not going to be shy to give away a third if he feels it's necessary.
And you wonder how much much was in that challenge. Now Sean Lewis going to play out, making the same mistake that Lopez did. Crisostomo getting it forward. Taken down by Gonzalez, who plays for Altamirano to chase. Might not have been right flank to play that ball. Ariano certainly have that covered with pace. Check out the new Orange County Soccer Club merchandise arrivals for 2019, including new authentic jersey. The players are wearing by Adidas at orangecountysoccer.com. Harry Forrester incredulous there at the word of a decision.
Despite giving away their lead, Orange County still seem very comfortable. They don't seem to be panicking. They're very comfortable in possession of the ball, still playing very confidently.
Enjoy the musical section here at the Champion Soccer Stadium. Keeping the atmosphere going. Bumped up by Lopez.
Much better clearance this time from the goalkeeper. A similar situation allowed Tulsa to get the equalizing goal not too long ago.
Nice poke tackle in there as Adams tries to play through towards Darwin Jones, and Braden Cloutier very annoyed at the lack of a foul given, and now opportunity at the other end for Tulsa. This is Silva, and a Jaquia towards that back post, away by Amico, only as far as Altamirano. Done the play into the channel there by Da Costa. Altamirano trying to work around Quinn, find an option. Quinn goes in for the tackle, and there's an award of a free kick.
And the momentum's most certainly shifted. I think earlier on in the game, we saw all the second balls fall into Orange County all the time. You know, they're picking up the scraps, picking up the second balls, winning a lot of the 50-50s. That momentum's now just slightly shifted in favor of Tulsa, who are now in a good position for a shot on target from this set piece.
Alejandro Aguilera setting up free kick spot, and it will be, as you might expect, Christian Altamirano over the free kick. Now 30 yards from goal. And it will shoot towards goal. And it had eyes. But it's the outside netting. And a goal kick for Orange County.
Just into the side netting there. Had it been on target, I think he would have given the keeper a problem. You know, it looked to have the right distance, the right height. Just a little too left of the goal. You could look a couple more inches to the right, and you could have seen that one net in itself in the top corner of the net.
Powerful header there from Forrester, but as well from Hedrick. Now Johnny Silva putting this back four under pressure a lot more than he did in the first half. Well done there by Orange County to win the ball. Here's Charlie Adams. Space on this right-hand side for Ramos Godoy, who settles well with his first touch. Now approaching the penalty area towards that byline. Can he keep it in play? The sliding tackle is in from Milan Robertson. Quality work there.
Yeah, that was
Milan
brilliant
Roberts.
defending there. Not just to win the tackle, but to keep his team in possession and keep the ball in play and kickstart the attack. But now this is where they need to transition quicker. They win the ball, don't quite do anything positive enough to threaten the other team.
There from DeJandre, but at the very least came off of an Orange County player last and out for a throw. Fans, you can follow Orange County SC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home of the USL, MLS, and more. To get updates on your team, you can follow your club on ESPN.com, search for Orange County SC, and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Kevin Alston. Well poised. Some late drama as again the ball. It's for Ramos Godoy to chase, who plays a good ball across, but no one there to run onto it. Forrester arriving on the back post, but cleared first out for a corner, or for a throw, excuse me. And that was poor there between Forrester and Adams, as he quickly played the return ball and Forrester was offside.
You almost want to see Manny Gonzalez drop a little bit deeper and pick up the ball more often off the defense in this game. He's playing a little bit higher than his natural attributes allow him to. You know, he's a player who's very good on the ball. He's not going to run into the channels. You know, he's not that kind of player. But if you give him the ball to feet, he's a player that can make your team tick. You know, he can get through balls, he can keep possession. He can be the link between the midfielder and the forwards, between the defense and the forwards. But he's just not getting on the ball enough in this game so far.
When he has gotten on the ball, it's been quality from him. The distribution and playing between the lines is now awkward there. Allows Janu Silva. The cross comes in and header away from Walker Hume. That is far more the kind of defending he excels at. And now Jones away. Behind the play, appeals for a foul from Aiden Quinn, but Jones will carry on. Onto his right, strikes towards goal. Easy work for Sean Lewis.
Not the best strike there from Jones. Kind of scuffed the ball rather than getting a clean strike to threaten the keeper, but you can see when he gets in those one-on-one situations, he's fairly good at exposing the defenders. If they can get support up to him quicker to somebody making a run into the box, you know, that could be their chance to get themselves ahead again in this game.
Now Ajekwa turn on the burst of pace, but well done there by Kevin Alston to lay it off for goalkeeper Lopez. Now Adams.
Orange County have been definitely a lot more aggressive in the way they pressed in the second half so far. Early on in the first half, they very much sat, and allowed Orange County to have possession of the ball. Tulsa, now in the second half, they've been pressing the game very much differently to how they approached it in the first half of the game.
Quinn plays the ball again towards Darwin Jones, who can again get a touch onto it. Jones trying to chip the keeper. Just a bit too much on it. That ball in behind for Darwin Jones has been on all night.
Yeah, he does very well with his first touch there. On his weak side, his left foot is not his strongest side. Just tries to lift the ball up over the keeper, similar to how Silva did at the other end of the field. Just lifted up a little bit too high, but that's a fantastic ball from front to back.
Aiden Quinn with a terrific distribution. See Jones there just getting a bit too much on it. Good idea. It does seem like one of those balls in behind towards Darwin Jones is going to yield the chance for Orange County to regain the lead. Ball's over the top in the path of Altamirano. Looks around Amico down that byline. Runner with him, instead tries to move back towards Lobo. Now get on the ball. Leave space here for Roberts, who is well forward. Center back position. Legendre. Ajekwa. Gets Ramos Godoy. Teasing, right-footed cross is in. Silva was arriving. Now Gonzalez flicking onto the penalty area towards Da Costa. Eventually away.
Good bit of individual skill out on the wing there from Ajekwa. Good feet, taking on his man one-on-one, putting a good delivery into the box.
Now Hedrick going back to his goalkeeper Lewis. Well off his line, and forces play over the top and out. Lobo is going to try and run onto it. Again, Lopez off his line, and that time just boots it into Rosette.
Yeah, Lopez doing well there to come out and just sweep up the danger. Late run there from Lobo, almost caught Orange County's defense sleeping.
I believe it was Altamirano on that right-hand side who stopped because he was offside. So the Orange County defense did too. And allowed Lobo to put the pressure on to Lopez. It is a throw in a dangerous area. Janu Silva. Now it's a chance to get onto it again. Awkward there off Adriano. Appeals for handball. At the very least, is a corner here for Tulsa Roughnecks.
I think it comes off his knee onto his nose and then out for a corner. Definitely nothing intentional there.
And now Gonzalez, the cross in, and Hume, the massive center back, able to get it away for a throw at the other side.
And that's the benefit sometimes of a quick restart. Tulsa, they have a quick restart. Caught Orange County when they weren't yet set. It's a good opportunity to attack the ball there.
Silva. Well read there by Quinn. Now Ramos Godoy to try and hit on the counter, and a free kick for Orange County as Ajekwa got a bit too much of him.
Just approaching the last 22 minutes of this game now, you wonder if either coach is really looking to bring on some fresh legs right now and really push for that winning goal.
And you'd think Green Cloutier was a bit frustrated about the fact he doesn't have his full complement of players to bring on a Brazilian forward like Vinicius. Not available for selection tonight. Here we go. Had options off the bench, some MLS loanees. Come on and make the difference. Not quite there yet in the build of the squad this season.
But you'd imagine if the scores were to say the same, Tulsa would be very happy with this point. Considering, you know, how they performed last season, I think, 2 points from their first 2 games is a good building block for them, with especially a very, very new squad, as we've mentioned earlier in the program.
An away result as well in Orange County, a place that was very difficult to get points a year ago. And 2-0 down, giving away a penalty at the end of the first half, managing to win one, and then scoring at the other side of halftime, taking advantage of Orange County error at the back.
And it's just sometimes the little things like that that you need to help build the confidence and momentum within the squad. You know, they're trying to really turn around a terrible season last year, and they're not going to do it overnight. You know, it's going to be little by little, but being able to get a point at a place like Orange County is a massive, massive.
Quinn with a good delivery towards Jones, off the frame of the goal, and again Forrester tried the first time hit. It was Ramos Godoy, excuse me. Now a free kick for Tulsa, but what a chance that was. The header from Darwin Jones. Ramos Godoy unable to take advantage. We have a yellow as well, I believe, for Arellano. So we'll have both central defenders on yellow cards. That is indeed the yellow against Arellano. As you have a look here, the header from Jones, who gets in ahead of the keeper, Sean Lewis. Didn't cover himself in glory there.
There's a brilliant delivery again from Quinn. You know, we know that he's one of the top assist players in the league, and you can see why. He just has so much quality on the left foot. He puts it exactly where Quinn needs that, where Jones needs that ball to be, and he just 2 inches too high.
It is indeed a yellow for Arellano, so both central defenders on yellows as Hedrick comes through Charlie Adams there, and a free kick for OC.
You may see things start to open up into the last 20 minutes of this game. Now the players start to get a little bit tired. You know, they're still early in the season. They're still not quite match fit yet. As they get tired, fatigue plays a massive factor in their concentration, but also their team shape and organisation. You know, you're going to see spaces and holes start to open up because players just aren't at that fitness level yet, and it's going to be who can take advantage of that situation.
Yeah, you've just seen a little bit of that full match fitness, sharpness lacking at times this evening, but a thoroughly entertaining game. Tulsa, a little bit of a shock to make their way back into it. All over the top towards Ajekwa. Tried to take it down first time.
Careful in the middle.
Throw in here for Orange County.
That's where you're just asking for that little bit better quality of possession of the ball when Tulsa win the ball. You know, they've got clean possession, no need to rush and give that ball away, just find a teammate.
Another throw in here for Alston. As Quinn retreats to try and help in the distribution. Jones takes down. It loses out to Adai. Nice ball outside of the boot there into the path of Da Costa. Tries to go around Hume, and a free kick. Not quite yet it's anywhere near a yellow, but it is still a foul against Walker Hume. Yep. Sits on a yellow and would have to be careful.
And that accumulation is now starting to build up. I think that's the second or third that he's had in the second half. You know, referees take that into consideration also.
Now a free kick. Potential for delivery for Manny Gonzalez. Christian Altamirano. It does look now like Altamirano wants it. Man in the wall for Orange County. Quite a few forward. Looking Altamirano deliver. It's a decent ball. The header comes in. A great save, and on the follow, Tulsa Roughnecks have taken the lead. Luca Lobo coming forward from his right back position, and from 2-0 down, Tulsa Roughnecks lead in Irvine.
And we were speaking earlier about whether a point would be a good result. 3 points would be a magnificent result for Tulsa. Considering what we saw in the first half of this game, they've done very well. Fantastic to bring themselves back into this game and actually be taking the lead right now.
And it's Lobo who got the initial header as well. Lopez doing well to make the save, but unable to prevent the rebound from falling at the feet of the young Brazilian Luca Lobo.
Manny's coming out, no. No. I just need. No, it's the other one. It's number 14. It's number 14. It's number 14.
And I believe there will be a change here. Fabian Bastidas is going to come on, but I don't believe the right number was put up on the board. As you've heard there the conversation with the fourth official.
I believe a Ajikwa may be coming out.
Yeah, he was saying number 14, so that would be Ajikwa who would come off. So Bastidas is coming on to maybe provide a little bit more defensive solidity, as now Charlie Adams will come off and Koji Hashimoto, the Japanese midfielder, will come on.
Charlie Adams.
Change on here for Orange County. Now they have to try and change this game. Braden Cloutier has to be wondering what has happened. The penalty on the stroke of halftime to go 2-0 up, entering the break. And as you said, Chris, winning that penalty at the end of the first half means everything for the halftime team talk, for the confidence of the players. And you can see Tulsa has come out in the second half and very much played like that.
Yeah, but I think Orange County also suffered from being their own worst enemies. I think they've got a little bit complacent in how they played. They've not done the basics as well as they did in the first half, in the second half, and they were punished for it. Tulsa have had the opportunities and they've taken them.
Now Hashimoto trying to win. Ball in the center of the park, and now Ramos Godoy trying to slide in the path of Jones. Hashimoto can keep it in play. Here's Jones in the penalty area. Leaving it with Hashimoto. Jones again. Alston. See their confirmation of the change presented by the Big Ones Inc. Jakewood coming off. Really trying to play down the line and hit it straight into Altamirano. So it's a Jakewood off, Bastidas on, Charlie Adams off, Koji Hashimoto on.
I think when Orange County look back on this now, those opportunities that they missed, that they may not have seen as being a big deal at the time, have come back to haunt them. You know, Jones missed a good opportunity in the first half when he was offside. You know, he had the header that hits the crossbar. He had the one that just went through, that he chipped over the bar with his left foot. You know, there are 3 good opportunities now that had he taken, you know, the scoreline's different. Now he's not taking them. You know, it's almost allowed Tulsa to get themselves back in the game.
Roberts clearing. He's managed to stay in play. And trying to chase it there is Bastidas, who keeps it in play. Well done. Now lofted ball over the top towards Da Costa, appeals for offside, and I believe the flag will stay down. Tulsa Roughnecks looking for a fourth. Da Costa trying to peel it back towards Janu Silva, and at the very least earns a corner.
Fantastic.
Great timing of the run there.
Great late runs, kept himself on side there. He just needed to be a little bit more efficient with his delivery into the box there. I think at the back post, see Altamiro is just in the box all alone, just waiting for that ball to be cut back, and it takes a little bit too long and allows the defenders to get back and block the cross.
And it will be Bastidas who will take the corner, but also will take his time, as now Tulsa have the advantage. What an early result of this campaign it would be. Tulsa Roughnecks 3 points in Irvine. Lofted in towards the edge of that 6-yard area. It's Lobo again, who's got his second and Tulsa's fourth. What a result this is. Tulsa Roughnecks have scored 4 at the Champion Soccer Stadium. Orange County 2, Tulsa Roughnecks 4. What a turnaround this has been for the visitors.
2 goals from almost identical situations. Crosses into the box and Lobo's just attacked the ball in the right place, hit the target, and he's got his team into a 2-goal lead now from being 2 goals down.
What a shock result this is for Braden Cloutier's men. And Lobo that time getting the better of Kevin Alston. Powerful header. What a player he's been on set pieces over these last 2 goals.
Yeah, Lobo's absolutely bullied Alston on that set piece. Alston's all over the place, cannot get close to him. He's almost left him free for the header. You know, Lobo's been a big player for his team in this game so far. 2 goals, he's been solid in defense. Now Tulsa need to see if they can finish off the job.
Brian Reyes is being prepared to come on. And it will be Christian Altamirano who will come off. And there is the confirmed change. What a victory this will be for Michael Encian. Tulsa a year ago only with 3 victories. And now can potentially start the year with 4 points from 6. And an away win as well.
Yeah, I think it is very important, and it gives a big lift to the fans. You know, I don't think before the game they would have been coming to Orange County looking to leave with anything. Scoring 4 goals away from home and being able to leave with 3 points is massive. And I don't think we expected that given the first half performance. But the second half, they've come out a completely different team, and rightfully, you know, they've been the better team in the second half so far.
And there is the final change. Connor Gordon will come on for Orange County SC. Harry Forrester will make way. And that is Braden Cloutier's last throw of the dice. Should say that a year ago, Tulsa Roughnecks did not win a single match away. And might they get a 5th here? Opportunity on, and there's 5 for Tulsa Roughnecks. It's the substitute Bastidas. And this is turning into a rout for Tulsa Roughnecks against the odds. They've put 5 past Orange County.
And that's what you ask for when you make an impact substitute like that. Bastidas has come onto the pitch. He's delivered the corner and got an assist. And then he's just had a chance of his own, and he's taken it fantastically. Calm, collective, slides the ball into underneath the keeper for the goal, and he's enjoying his celebration right now, dancing with his teammate.
The native of Brooklyn scoring the 5th for Tulsa. This is a team that did not win away from home a year ago in 17 tries. They've got 5 tonight, and what a calm finish that is from Bastidas.
Whatever the coach said and did at halftime, you know, you have to give him credit, because in the first half they were poor. Second half they've been outstanding, and you have to give him credit also for the timing and the persons that he's chosen to substitute in. Bastidas has come in at the right time, had exactly the impact that the team needed. Assists and a goal.
We've also seen as well Tulsa clinically punishing the mistakes made by Orange County.
Yeah, I think that's really been the difference. Every opportunity they've had, they've punished them. Whereas Orange County took their opportunities that they had for granted, and it's come back to haunt them.
This game was 2-0 in the first minute. First half stoppage time. Now it's 5-2. Still 9 minutes to play left in the 90. Orange County have to be shell-shocked at this scoreline. That will be the result of the weekend, no doubt. This was first against last in 2018. Orange County won 10 times at this ground a year ago from 17. Tulsa, who won 0 times away from home in 17. Took just 6 points from away games, scored 18, conceded 40.
I mean, coaches very rarely like to concede goals, especially at home, you know, but there's never really any kind of justifiable excuse to concede 5 goals. But when you're at home, it makes it even worse. You know, you're the home team, you have a home field advantage. Defensively, conceding 5 goals that's not kind of championship form that's going to take you on to win the playoffs or to win the championship coming into the season.
Now Ramos Godoy will leave it. Oh, and there was nearly a 3rd, and it had to be for Orange County if they were going to come back in this game. It was a great leave there by Ramos Godoy, but Orange County unable to take advantage.
But that's some fantastic, brilliant counter-attacking play, some fantastic soccer, some good one-touch passing. He's made the right decision. He's tried to side foot it into the corner, but it's just off target. You know, that's the difference between being clinical and being ahead or getting yourself back into this game, and unfortunately finding yourself 3 goals down.
There is Darwin Jones with a fantastic pullback. It was Ramos Godoy who left it for Hashimoto to take on. And from that kind of range, you have to think he's got to hit target.
He has to hit the target. Has to hit the target.
And the substitute would be frustrated. Orange County will have to go again next time out, next Saturday night, March 23rd, take on USL newcomer New Mexico United and the newly named Tacoma Defiance, away, to Orange County on April the 6th. Get your tickets for those two matches at orangecountysoccer.com. The header is away for a Tulsa Roughnecks throw, and you just wonder, as unlikely as a 3-goal comeback is, in the space of 9 minutes, if it was going to happen, that goal had to be put away.
Had to be put away. You know, the discussion now is that defending is a dying art. I think both of these teams need to go away this week and work on defending. You know, obviously, given for Orange County, you concede 5 goals, you need to focus on locking up shot and, you know, letting in less goals at the back. But also, despite Tulsa scoring 5, they've not been that clinical or, you know, solid and tight at the back also. Orange County have had a number of chances to score, nice goal-scoring opportunities also, and I think they need to do some work also at the back.
Tulsa are trying to probe for a 6th. They're certainly not turning off and might have left themselves exposed for a counterattack. Is flying forward to Orange County SC. Jones leaving it for Quinn. Takes a touch around one defender. Still on for Aiden Quinn. Tries to go outside of the boot. Whacked into a defender. You can maybe say if you're Orange County, if Tulsa are hitting them from 35 yards out into the top corner, that maybe we were unlucky on the night, but also have taken advantage of mistakes and scored on set pieces. And as you said, Chris, those are the kind of things that have to be worked on in training.
Roberts there just needs to keep his team possession. No need to play that pass and give it away there. To play simple. That's what they've just done. Played simple. The ball's actually gone forward and they've kept possession of it. And the last thing they need is to be giving the ball away needlessly. Now they've full control of the game. Use the same game management that Orange County were using in the first half and just take the momentum out of the game.
At the very least, if you're going to play the ball up, it's got to be in a position where you can at least reset your defense, but not exactly the best clearance there from
trainer. You guys have a trainer?
Sean Lewis. Is now cramp here for Janu Silva. Here at Braden Cloutier, you would definitely be reminding the 4th official that you want this time at the end of the match, and I believe that's exactly the point that was just made by Adriano.
You just try to read the body language of the players in this situation also, and you know, it doesn't really look like Orange County see themselves getting back into this game right now. You know, you'd like to see them last 5 minutes of the game really trying to push urgency, get the ball back into play. You know, even try and hurry the referee up to get the player off so that they can get back to playing. But you know, they've kind of accepted it. Early season syndrome. You know, they have to go back to the drawing board this week and build again. But this will be a big kick in the gut for them. You know, a team that finished top, they wouldn't have been expecting to get beaten by Tulsa, especially to concede 5 goals, and it's a wake-up call for them. You know, they cannot get complacent based upon what they achieved last season. This season is a different season. Tulsa, in fact, a different team. You know, the league's probably got a little bit more competitive this year.
Just want to update you on the ongoing games in the USL Championship Western Conference. Portland Timbers 2, winning by 3-1 away from home against San Antonio. Marvin Loria with a brace for the visitors. PT2, who got the away point against Tulsa a week ago. LA Galaxy 2 lead by 3-0 away from home against Tacoma Defiance. A brace from Augustine Williams of LA Galaxy 2. And great game going on right now in Phoenix. New Mexico United, the USL newcomers, 2 goals away from home. Von Frater scoring against his former team for New Mexico, Santimora as well. Phoenix have scored a couple of penalties. They have that one at 2-2 in the 56th minute. But here, this scoreline send shockwaves around the USL Championship. Orange County 2, Tulsa Roughnecks 5.
And I think Tulsa are going to see themselves in the standings in a position they haven't seen themselves for quite some time come the end of this evening. You know, 4 points from 2 games isn't bad. Having scored 5 goals this evening, it's going to put them up there somewhere.
Right now, would actually put them in second, behind only Oklahoma City Energy, who have taken 6 points from 6. Everyone in the conference would have played 2 as well, so it's not like there'd be games in hand or situations like that. Right now, the best goal difference of teams with 4 points in the live table. Orange County would be second from bottom. Janu Silva is offside. Incredible management of the game. The injury there from Janu Silva really taking any momentum out of the game. It's not like there was a ton, but Austin. Ariano. Miko.
You can see Silva up top is
the middle.
Absolutely exhausted. He's giving everything he's got, but you can see barely energy left in those legs to run now. He's almost limping, but that's the kind of commitment and desire that Tulsa has shown in the second half to get themselves back into this game, and that's what they've got to learn to maintain throughout the course of the season if they want to be successful.
There's real quality there from Luca Lobo. You could certainly say he's in the running for USL Player of the Week. His 2 goals tonight. More than a few players scoring twice, but 3rd and a 4th goal give Tulsa this victory. Plus his defensive performance, calm on the ball. Seeing why he was a youth player at one of the biggest clubs in Brazil.
Yeah, you know, growing up in that kind of system would, you know, it'd be absolutely clinical to his experience, his understanding of the game, and we all know that Brazilians are technically very, very, very talented. So having a player like that in their squad is no doubt a bonus to them. Maybe something they lacked last season.
We're now into second half added time. It's only 3 minutes. You can imagine Orange County are about done here as Alston carries on his way.
I think the old cliche comes into play here, is that it's definitely been a game of 2 halves for Tulsa. First half,
without question,
not so good, only 41%.
And the header glancing in, coming in there from Darwin Jones. The whistle had sounded first, I believe, for offside. Either way, Lewis had claimed. But without that, but you do have to say, as much as it is a game of 2 halves, the event in the first half that gives Tulsa their first goal, the penalty decision that allows them to get on the board, is probably the most meaningful moment in the game.
Yep, goals change games, and I think, you know, if they didn't get that goal, you could read their body language. It was almost game over already if you was looking at the possession and how Orange County had played in comparison. I think that goal completely changed the mindset and the momentum of the players and gave them that encouragement to go on in the second half and, you know, go and dominantly get this win.
Maybe an offside here. Orange County now trying to quickly put the ball in play. Through Hume.
I think more so than anything, this result will send a message to the rest of the league that this is not the same Tulsa as that they played against last season. You know, a lot of teams will now look at this result and approach them differently when preparing to play against them.
Braden Cloutier said to us in our call this week that that was his #1 message to the team. It is not the same Tulsa. He certainly played that way for 45 minutes. In the ensuing 45, I wonder if they just went, we're 2-0 up against Tulsa. We'll take care of this easily, but it has very much not been the case. And Tulsa hit them for 5. Amico.
And you'll expect Tulsa to get better as the season goes along. You know, as we explained it, only 1 returning player. It's a completely new squad. So you're going to expect them to take time. But what they've done with this result is they've given themselves hope, they've given themselves optimism, and they've shown what they can do.
And the platform to build.
Definitely.
As you're approaching the end of the minimum of 3 minutes to be added on here at the end. This second half has been absolutely bonkers. Second half, from a narrative standpoint for sure. Orange County going 2-0 up at the end of the first half from the penalty spot. As Ramos Godoy can try and hit one last consolation goal. And what a consolation goal it is. Giovanni Ramos Godoy will be pleased watching the highlight of that one, but it ultimately is a fairly meaningless goal for Orange County. An 8th goal in this one. Orange County 3, Tulsa Roughnecks 5. And what might be the last kick of this one.
You cannot underestimate the difficulty of that finish. The ball's coming in with his first touch, he's opened up and set himself to score with his second touch. That's not easy. And he's bent it into the top corner under pressure from the defender. Goalkeeper's got no chance of saving that. That's fantastic skill. Fantastic finish.
Postage stamp.
But this again, it highlights, you know, both teams need defensive work. As much of a spectacle
indeed.
it's been with 8 goals being scored, both teams need to tighten up their defenses.
You just wonder what last chance saloon might have looked like had Hashimoto converted that chance on 83 minutes.
Yeah, I think both teams have squandered some good goal scoring chances in this game. It's been a great game to watch for the neutral, but Tulsa leave winners.
Yes, indeed, by 5 goals to 3. What a second half. Silva, Lobo with a brace, and Bastidas making sure. And the shock result of the early 2019 season, Tulsa Roughnecks, who did not win a single match away from home a year ago, win by 5 goals to 3 against Orange County SC this evening. As we bring you now our man of the match presented by Body Armor. It has to be Ramos Godoy after that hit. What a goal it is into the top corner for Orange County. But it is, in the end, a consolation effort for the host this evening. Players and fans alike would be shell-shocked at this result, Chris Nurse.
Yeah, definitely. Orange County would be very, very disappointed conceding 5 goals at home. You know, the champion, the regular season champions last year, playing against Tulsa. But that's a fantastic result for Tulsa. You know, I think they deserved it based on how they performed in the second half. Orange County got very complacent, wasted some very good chances. Tulsa were clinical in front of goal.
And it was Orange County who opened the scoring, but what a second half turnaround it was from Tulsa Roughnecks, charging towards goal, getting a couple of goals off set pieces, and they win by 5 goals to 3 over Orange County this evening. Full-time highlights next.
The Orange County Soccer Club Pro Experience membership, designed to accelerate your training and enable you to reach the professional performance levels of the biggest leagues around the world. Membership includes free tickets to 7 home matches, training sessions with coaches and technical director Franz Hoke, live events with leading soccer minds like Brad Friedel, Rafael Wicki, and Keisuke Honda, and many additional benefits. Go to orangecountysoccer.com/pro experience.
Goal from Orange County. Brilliant build-up play. And Orange County has struck again. Sedberg's a chance to put Orange County in front, and he does.
What a result this evening at the Champions Soccer Stadium. Orange County SC going down in their home opener by 5 goals to 3 after leading 2-0 in first half stoppage time. Tulsa Roughnecks then getting a penalty and then just an onslaught in the second half. Silva, Lobo with a brace, and Bastidas. As we now have to bring you our save of the game, brought to you by CISO Share, moving security programs forward. And this actually resulted in a goal, but it was a great initial save there from the Orange County goalkeeper, Carlos Lopez. And that is our save of the game, presented by CISO Share. Carlos Lopez with the save. But we have to bring you now our full-time highlights there, presented by 7-Up. And it's really going to be a slew of goals. Starting first, Darwin Jones towards that near post and turned in. Manny Gonzalez unable to clear off the line. And it'll be 1-0 at that point. Then you see the heavy challenge coming in there against Van Wolfgang, and that would force him off. That's an underrated turning point in this match.
Yeah, sometimes a big tackle can be the turning point in a game.
Yeah, and there you see the penalty given there against Moses McKinday, taking out Ramos Godoy, and then turning in Aiden Quinn. Made it 2-0 at that point, but then we'd have a handball against Walker Hume. He'd get a yellow for it, and the penalty well converted by Altamirano on the stroke of halftime. And then out the other side, here would be a mistake by Carlos Lopez, the goalkeeper, trying to clear but hit it straight into a white shirt. Chasing it and beating Walker Hume for pace was Janu Silva, 2-2. Here would be 3-2. There's that aforementioned save. Luca Lobo turning in after a great header. And then on the follow, scoring. And then a second time, Luca Lobo on a set piece, nearing the same delivery to the same spot. It's 4-2 to Tulsa Roughnecks.
Yeah, almost identical headers in the same position from Lobo.
And then here would be the fifth. It's a simple header, well done there by Tacasta, onside Bastidas, outside of the boot, and you see the manager, Michael Encian, joining in the celebrations. Bastidas loves it. Here would be the late consolation for Ramos Godoy into the top corner. What a hit that is. And that would be all 8 of the goals in this one. And what a game it is. Tulsa Roughnecks winning away from home. Usually 6 shots on target, 5 of them goals, possession favoring Orange County, but you have to say on the second half evidence, Tulsa Roughnecks deserved the 3 points.
Yeah, they deserved it, and as you said, they had 6 shots on target, and 5 of them hit the back of the net. You know, they narrowed down the possession a little bit more in the second half, but they were definitely the more aggressive team in the second half. They took the game to Orange County and rightfully got themselves back in it. Big wake-up call for Orange County going into next week's games.
Very much indeed. Orange County next weekend at home with New Mexico United are going to have to turn things around, particularly at the back. It is a makeshift defense for Orange County, a new goalkeeper as well, but you'd have to be surprised that Tulsa Roughnecks have put 5 past Orange County SC this evening. For a broadcast partner, Chris Nurse, and our terrific USL broadcast crew. My name is Chris Whittingham, signing off. Orange County 3, Tulsa Roughnecks 5, and the shock result of the weekend in the championship.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.